Alright, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, with playoffs right around the corner, and a video soon that will come out as soon as the finalized playoff seedings come out of me predicting, the playoffs and which teams will win and whatnot. I'll have the bracket and everything. But until we get to that moment, we still have a little bit of time. Today is an off day. Tomorrow, which for you guys will be today, will be the final playing games. But anyway, because we have that downtime, we need to get in a video. What video are we getting in? Utah Jazz franchise history quiz. How much do you know about the Utah Jazz? Me personally, I don't think that I'm really going to do all too great in this quiz. Average score is 12 out of 20. Only 11 people have played it. I would imagine you know a little bit about the Utah Jazz at the very least. Anyway, it is created recently, so all these questions should be updated. Duration is 6 minutes, 40 seconds. Other than that, let's get straight to it. Expectations? What year was the Utah Jazz founded? Wasn't Pistol Pete on the Jazz? I could have sworn Pistol Pete was on the Utah Jazz, so I'm going to guess 74. It's either 74 or 80 or 81, I would think. 74. Boom. Laid on him. What Jazz player won back-to-back MVPs in 1996 and 1997? I mean, the guy is right there. Karl Malone. Okay. 2 for 2 on a hot start. The Utah Jazz have won an NBA championship. I don't think John Stockton has a ring. I'm positive John Stockton doesn't have a ring, and if they won, it would be under him. False. Okay. Take that to the bank. Where were the Jazz located before relocating to Utah? New Orleans. You'd imagine it's New Orleans because, they're the Jazz and that's where Jazz either originated or is really popular in. New Orleans, I'd imagine. Boom. Okay. Looking good so far. What Jazz player scored 68 points in a single game setting a Jazz? This is Pistol Pete. Can I type in Pistol Pete? If I can, I'm going to be so pissed. Pete Maravich. That counts. That's Pistol Pete. Who scored the most career points for the Jazz? That's also Karl Malone. Okay. Typically, at this point in the quiz, I'm getting frustrated, but pretty good. All questions right. If you don't count that Pistol Pete one, I feel like that's kind of dumb. I'm going to count that personally. Who did the Jazz face in the 1997 NBA Finals? Well, it shows the Bulls. So, 1997. Oh, yeah, I forgot to click it, but I totally just I got lost in thought. If you guys don't want to count it, that's fine. I had it selected on the Bulls. I just forgot to click. What is the name of the Jazz's arena? This I don't know. This I will take an L on for sure. Delta Center. I was not gonna get that. Who holds the record for most career games played? John Stockton with the Jazz. I need to finish that question. John Stock. Let's make sure we hit enter on this one. John Stockton. I'm not even sick and I feel like I'm coughing a lot. What Jazz player won Defensive Player of the Year? It's giving me the players, though. It's giving me the players. Rudy Gobert. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. And was this the year that Draymond advocated that he should have won? Someone heavily did this year. I might have been Draymond. But Rudy Gobert with the Jazz, which feels like forever ago. Oh, what was Pete Maravich's nickname? Pistol Pete. Come on, man. You have to count that first one. It's ridiculous. Pistol Pete. That was his nickname. What player holds career record for most threes made with the Jazz? It's giving me the answers. How was 11 out of 20 average? Then again, according to this website, I've gotten 3 wrong. That one of them blatantly was just my fault, though. I'm not pressing enter. I don't know what I was doing. I'll probably highlight it in my video what I was doing, just spacing out. What Jazz player holds the career NBA record for steals? John Stockton. That one's really easy. That one I know because when you go on 2K and you look at the record books, John Stockton, just so many steals. What was the most recent year the Jazz had the best record in the NBA? They were the first seed in 2020 and 2021? COVID? I remember Donovan Mitchell going off in the bubble. They were the first seed though? Wow. That's interesting. I honestly forgot about that. I do remember him going off in the bubble. Who won NBA Defensive Player of the Year with the Jazz? Oh, I don't even know who 3 is. I don't know who that is. Kareem's next to him. But I guess I'm just going to let this timer go out. Mark Eaton. I didn't even know that guy existed. 1984, 1985. What Jazz player won Comeback of the Year in 1983-84? Is this one of those names when I see it, I'll say, oh, I've heard of that name? Or is this one of those guys like Mark Eaton, who never heard of in my life? 2 seconds. 1 second. Adrian Dantley. Doesn't sound too familiar. I'm not even going to lie. Who is the winningest coach in Jazz history? Now, this is where things are going rogue. And they're going rogue quickly. Very quickly. Jerry Sloan. Heard of the name, though. What Jazz player was named Rookie of the Year in 1980 and 1981? Daryl Griffith? I don't even think John Stockton won Rookie of the Year, and I know it's not Pistol Pete. Daryl Griffith? We'll take it gladly. Who has the most career blocks in Jazz franchise history? Okay, well, I'm guessing it's this Mark Eaton guy. You know, he only won Defensive Player of the Year in 1984 and 1985, just in case you guys didn't know. What Jazz player was named as the NBA's most improved player for 2022-2023 season? This is Lauri Markkanen. Back when you look at the times and you say, man, they should have traded this guy, gotten a good haul. Now it's not so pretty, but yeah, it's Lauri Markkanen. This one's really easy. It says 14 out of 20. It should be 16 out of 20. Let me tell you why. Where are the ones that I was complaining about? You should be able to say Pistol Pete. I'm sorry. You should be able to do that. That counts in my opinion. And then, yeah, I just didn't click enter. It's just blatantly my fault. I don't know what I was doing. I just didn't click enter. And then this is where the downfall happens. Delta Center. What else? Markey and I didn't know. Adrian Dantley, no. Jerry Sloan. Got this one. I got Markey in on that one. Yeah, honestly, there was only 2 where I really should have gotten 16 out of 20. All in all, a successful quiz, though, no matter how you look at it. I mean, average score is 12. Maybe you guys looked at this quiz and thought, man, this was pretty easy. I don't know. What I do know is, out of 11 players that have played, I beat average. Just saying. Anyway, let me know how you guys did. I am looking forward to NBA playoffs. Expect a playoff bracket video out on, what, Saturday? I want to say? Or Friday. It'll be out on Saturday. I'm going to make it on Friday night because the play-ins are tomorrow. Yeah, if you're wondering what I'm looking at, the Angels are playing right now. They're down 3-4. Hopefully, they win this game. But yeah, expect a playoff bracket Saturday. That's probably what's going to happen. If you don't see it Saturday, something happened to me. But no, it's dropping on Saturday. Anyway, I greatly appreciate you guys for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe. It goes a long way to help the channel. This is All We've Been Different. All We've Been Different. And we out.